Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Geeking and Drinking, episode 81. So let's go. What's going on, guys? This is Eddie.
Ugh. Steven, whoa.
It's been a while. It's been a long time.
It's been a while.
Since we come at you. Episode 81, Geeking and Drinking.
Sorry, we're a little rusty.
Yeah. And it's a Thursday.
It's the third day.
Third.
Monday, one day, Tuesday, Wednesday, what day? It's the third day.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, man. So, really? That's my friend?
Yes.
That sounds like a Joey thing to
It
say.
is a Joey thing.
Let's start with some beer.
Yes, definitely. Ready for that bar. So I got this one for this episode. We're only doing one beer this episode. It's a new one coming at us from Alamo Beer Company here in San Antonio, Texas. It's their Mango, which is a mango Indian Pale Lager. So I've had this one before. It's really good. It's really refreshing. I had it at the brewery. It comes at us at a 7.0%.
7.0.
7.0. So let's get these things crack-a-lacking.
Like Steven said, this is a new beer, which it's been a while since Alamo has like released a new beer. And what I mean by that is like on the shelves. Well, not really. This isn't even on the shelves. You want to get it at the brewery.
I was curious about that. I did get this at the brewery, and I was a little curious. Like, do they even sell these on like at HEB or anything? Like,
I honestly don't think they do, but I wouldn't be surprised if like with the response. Hopefully, they're getting a good response because it's a good beer. Hopefully, they do end up distributing it out. To local HEBs or...
Yeah, I mean, if you want to pick up yourself a 6-pack or even, before you get a 6-pack, go hit up at Alamo and give it a try. And if you decide you want to get a 6-pack, it's $9 a 6-pack and $30 for a case.
Damn. Yeah. Cheers.
So, here you go.
It smells really good. I too have had this one. I went to the brewery also, and I went right after work. Because I wanted to buy a 6-pack. I was like, and I know I know they're gonna have it on tap. I'm like, oh, they have it on tap. Yeah, okay, cool. So I got one, and like I usually, whenever I go to a brewery, I usually sit there and just kind of like, watch something on my headphones on or whatever. But I forgot my headphones, so I was just like drinking the beer, and by the time I knew it, I was like, damn, I'm already kind of like, whew. I was like,
feeling it.
Yeah, I was like, I want another one, but I gotta drive home, and it was like right at rush hour, so I was like, fuck. So I just got 6-pack and came home. But yeah, really good stuff. I really enjoy it. It's really good. It smells a lot like mango. Gives off a really not like overpowering, but you could taste the sweetness in the mango, and it's really good.
I'll be honest with you though, like the first time I had it, I wasn't really impressed with it.
It's not hoppy.
It's not too hoppy, but again,
I guess because that's a lager, right?
You're expecting I guess some type of kick on it or something, because like since it being a mango, you're expecting like you're gonna taste all that mango or whatever, I guess, or something like that. The first initial taste, when I first drank it, I was just like, this tastes kind of weird. Like it had like weird aftertaste, but like honestly, once you like start getting into it, it really, really tastes really good, and like you can definitely taste that mango in the in the beer.
Yeah, and also too, I guess because it is a lager, not an IPA, not an ale.
But it's like a 7%.
Yeah,
lager.
But like you don't really you don't really get like any like hops or like it's not hoppy, like how we would like a regular IPA. But I like it. I mean, it's good. It's good.
It's good.
It's okay. No, it's actually really good. So I know you have a lot of stuff you want to go over. And I think I'll also falls on your list too. But like, and I could go first if you want me to. But like, I guess we usually start off kind of like, well, what have you been watching?
Well, I mean, honestly, if you want to go first, but I know that, you also mentioned if I was going to talk about WrestleMania. I don't know if you want to discuss a little bit of that.
We sure can. We sure can. WrestleMania 39 is in the books. Night 1 was a lot better than Night 2.
I'll definitely agree to that.
Yeah. And then I think it came out the next day too that apparently WWE is officially sold. And
To Endeavor.
Yeah, whatever that is. I don't know.
I guess it's the company that owns UFC.
Because they're kind of like meshing. So I'm just like, what? How's that gonna work?
Yeah.
Anyway, WrestleMania. Yeah. I was honestly like really looking forward to it. I think it had a good, a good, what do you call it? The matches, like a good card. It had a good card. I think both nights had pretty good cards with the exception of a few matches. As far as execution, as far as like the way everything else kind of played out. Night 1 I think was superior. The main event with the Usos and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, I thought that was a really good conclusion to that storyline and feud that's been going on. Obviously that carried over to the main event of Night 2, which was Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, which I mean, by the time this comes out, I mean, if you are a wrestling fan, you already know that Roman Reigns is still the head of the table, tribal chief. He's still the Universal WWE Unified, undisputed, whatever you want to call it, champion. Which I'm just like,
this was the third or fourth time that he defended his titles.
Yeah, well, I think he's I think the third time he's defended the Universal title, which is the blue one. So like, as they keep saying like, oh, like he's gonna have the longest reign or whatever, but it's just for that title, the blue one, the Universal, not the WWE one, not the other one. But
which is the one he took from Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean it's almost closing down 1,000 days. At this point, I'm just like, well, who's gonna knock him out then? Like, who's gonna knock him out? Because I don't know if you saw the next night on Raw.
Oh, I wanted to, and I totally like missed it.
I didn't watch it, but like I saw highlights, and then I also heard that it was like the worst Raw after Mania ever. But he comes out wanting to rematch or whatever, and then I guess Roman Reigns wants a tag team match with him and I forgot his nephew's name, the one that
his cousin.
Suko. Yes, Suko, yeah. And so Cody Rhodes, he had a partner, or whatever, and then,
yeah, because Suko was the one that cost Rhodes the title.
Yeah. So the next night, so that he wanted a tag team match, and it turned out that Brock Lesnar was Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Was tag team. I'm like, oh, that's fucking cool. But then like right away, the bell rang and Brock turned on Cody. It's like, and
I don't even think the bell rang. I think.
Well, yeah, he destroyed Cody. Like he destroyed him. Like I was like, what? Like that. I mean, I was like, I don't think I've ever seen Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes in the ring together. That's pretty cool.
And that's where I think where it becomes dumb, because now you're gonna have Cody Rhodes fighting Brock Lesnar because of the betrayal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like
this gives time for Roman Reigns to have his break.
Yeah,
he's not gonna be on from what I've been hearing, not gonna be on TV for a little while. So it gives Brock and Cody that time to go on with their feud or whatever. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like I had a lot of fun watching Night 1 only because I was watching with you and our buddies. I thought I had a lot of fun doing that. The second night, I mean, I watched it. I mean, I was enjoying it, but I was like, this isn't as fun. So came and went. It was fine. I mean, it's okay. But yeah, man.
I mean, like I said, of course, Night 1 was the best. Rhea Ripley becoming the SmackDown Women's Champion. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn becoming the undisputed tag team champions. That was great. that was a good match.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that one.
From Night 2, I think the two matches that were kind of like, okay, I wasn't expecting that was definitely the Hell in a Cell.
That was interesting.
It was a little interesting to me, only just because, like, like when you get like an old wrestler, trying to come back and relive the glory days of when they used to be able to do all that stuff in the ring and be able to be in those type of matches, and then they can't really do much because they're already they're cautious because they've already been hurt.
Yeah.
They already have their injuries. They don't want to recreate those injuries or make them worse, whatever. But this one was actually pretty good considering the fact. And dude, that big old gash
yeah, I didn't notice it at first until like I noticed it. I was watching. I looked up. I'm like, oh, they're like patching him up. I'm like, oh shit. Well, yeah, and the next day is when he posted that picture. I'm like, oh
yeah,
oh shit. But and I think for me another match on the second night that was really good and I had fun watching it was the Intercontinental match with
that was the other one I was gonna say.
Gunther. And
Gunther,
Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, which I was like, it was just fun to watch. They were like really, really like
all going
with the crowd and like I thought it was a lot of fun. Good match though, but the Asuka and Bianca Belair match, I mean, it was just there. Honestly, like I know there wasn't much build up to it. Like I
knew. Bianca Belair wasn't gonna
because
lose the title.
I just couldn't see that because like they're both over with the crowd, like the fans love both of them, so it's just like
because you could hear in the crowd people were chanting "Let's go Asuka," and then like right afterward was EST.
Yeah,
let's go Asuka, EST.
Yeah, so like I was like, I mean, either way could go, but I mean, it was just kind of a.
I would have liked Asuka to have won, honestly. And I was really rooting for her, but I knew that they weren't gonna let it happen. So
yeah, but yeah, that was WrestleMania 39. Not much to report. I mean, unfortunately, we couldn't have our buddy Alex here to give his thoughts about it. I think we did that last year,
which is kind of funny because everyone lost their belts in night one, and nobody lost their belts in
night two. Because Gunther didn't lose, Bianca didn't lose, and Roman didn't lose. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. And then, what was I gonna say? I don't even remember what I was gonna say. Anyway, on to the next thing.
So the next thing you were asking is, what have we been watching? So you want to go first, or you want me?
I will go first only because there's something on there because I know you have your talking points. Because you have a part where it says like things that you need to catch up on. Mm-hmm. I have been watching Bel Air season 2. And I'm caught up. I'm caught up with the exception of the most recent episode, which came out last week, and then of course the one that comes out tonight. I like the show. I think the people in the show are really, really good. Like, even though the guy who plays Will Smith comes off as really whiny and really like impulsive and like just like a hothead or whatever, like I guess that's kind of what Will was in the original series a little bit, but this is just obviously playing out a little more. But he comes off as annoying sometimes. It's like he's so quick to just like what I'm a really bro. I'm from like calm down.
Like he's got something to prove.
Yeah, like and I get it too. Like he's playing it up that part. And if that's what it is, like he's doing it really well, but at the same time, like he's doing it so well to the point that's like, bro, you're kind of annoying.
Like he just wants to slap somebody in the face.
Yeah. Oh, nice one. And then okay, so like there's an episode, a part of this show where it starts tackling some like real world issues. Which is totally fine. I mean, these people have, the writers, the creators of the show, the actors, they have a platform to, say what they want to say, and it's in the form of this show, I get that. It's totally fine, whatever. But it's just like, me personally, I don't like to see real world stuff kind of bleed into this, like, thing that I'm watching to escape, pretty much, When that stuff kind of creeps into the show, I kind of check out a lot of times, and not because like I'm just like, oh, like I'm against it or whatever. No, I could care less,
Well, like with shows like this where it's supposed to kind of represent real world, that's kind of hard to to dismiss. It's not like we're going out in space or
Well, no, because like yeah, okay, there's certain episodes that dive into some like I said, some real issues, but then like the last two episodes, like they go back into like the show, like drama within the family, this and then this and then this, like story, in the family. Not so far as like, oh, we gotta do this because we like we're standing up against this or this and this and that, and like those parts I'm just like, okay, like kind of takes me out of it a little bit. And I say it takes me out because we'll get to something later which people like it takes them out of the show. I think that's like a thing that, but yeah, so that kind of stuff takes me out of it a little bit. But when they dive into like the drama within the show, the conflict within the show, within the family, whatever, like it's really good, and I'm like really tuned into that. With that being said, like I think the guy who plays Carlton in the show is hands down my favorite. Like I love Carlton in the show. Like I think I don't know what it is about that guy who plays him. I don't know what it is about the character, how he plays the character. Like I just like, as opposed to watching the original one where Carlton was like this like preppy kid or whatever, and like he kind of got annoying because he was preppy and doing the dance or whatever. This one, like, you sympathize with him a lot more. You just like want to like come here,
it's
like,
okay, buddy.
Yeah, it's okay, take it easy,
hug it out, Mitch.
Yeah, relax, But
yeah, I kind of get it. Again, I do need to catch up on Bel Air season 2. I totally forgot that it was already out. I was like, oh shit, it's out already.
I think it'll do you better in the long run that you haven't watched week to week, because you could just binge it, and I think it's better for that. But yeah, I mean, I'm watching week to week, and I'm like, I'll like, for instance, like I haven't watched last week's. I watched, then of course today another one comes out, so tomorrow I'll watch like 2 in a row. Okay, get a good dose of it, but yeah.
Yeah, but like I was gonna say though, Carlton was annoying to me in the first season. I just like, I can't, because I grew up on the original Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Obviously that's what the the full sitcom was called, the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, which was semi based on Will Smith's life and whatever, and that being a sitcom comedy, family friendly show compared to this dramatized show that we get now, which at first, like when it first came out, I was like, I'm not gonna watch. I'm not gonna watch this. Like, what is this? Like, I thought it was fake. I was like, nah, this can't be real. And then I was like, okay. And then I don't know why, I just turned it on and just watching it. I was like, oh shit, it's actually really good. My two favorite characters is gonna be Hillary and Jazz.
Oh yeah, no, Jao. Yeah, I love Jazz in this one. Jazz is like, he's just super down to earth, super chill. Hillary, I loved her in the first season. This next season, and like, I can't stand her, not because of the person who plays her, not because of the character herself. I just like I don't know, like, and I sound like an old man. Like our generation is so like just. With the whole influencer and social media stuff, like I'm just like, bro, does anybody like to work nowadays? Like, people just want to
stupid podcasts.
Yeah, hey, we don't make money off of this, all right? We go to work in the morning.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, we've had some people recognize us out in the streets, and that was kind of weird. I was like, what?
But yeah, it's just those aspects of the character for Hillary, like, because she's obviously like a businesswoman or whatever, but it's just like, it's all like social media based and influencer, and it's just like, that stuff just kind of like, I think it's a product of our like generation, and I think for me personally, it's kind of like one of the annoying products of our generation.
I don't know. I guess for me, I probably wouldn't get annoyed with it just because like the fact that that's kind of like what I went to school for and everything. So that's like, what I'm trying to do. But anyways, cool. What else have you been watching?
Next Level Chef.
What else have you been watching?
I'm a sucker for Gordon Ramsay. I'm not gonna get into it too much. I'm not gonna explain the whole show. I'm a sucker for Gordon Ramsay shows. No matter how formulaic they are, like, they kind of do the same thing. Like, next week on Next Level Chef, blah, 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 you know, they show you all the like the key things, and then like it's really not that much, you know, like. But it's good. I like it. If you like Gordon Ramsay shows, if you're a fan of Hell's Kitchen or like Kitchen Nightmares, you just like Gordon Ramsay stuff. Next Level Chef, I think it's a pretty good show, and it's a pretty interesting twist on like, you know, cooking and all this stuff. But it's fun. I like it. And I saw Knock at the Cabin.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry I fell asleep, but I had already watched it.
Oh no. You're good. You're good. Yeah, I kind of envy you for falling asleep during that movie.
Why?
Oh, it's lame, bro.
What? I kind of liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was like, oh shit, I didn't think about the whole Four Horsemen.
The apocalypse.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think at that point too, I'd already had too many Alamangos. No, but like, I mean, it was fine. I actually do like, as much as like, again too, as much as like seeing Ron Weasley, it didn't take me out of the movie. I thought he was kind of actually really good for his character.
I haven't seen the movie before this one from M. Night Shyamalan, Old, but this one was definitely better than The Happening.
I love The Happening.
God, I hated that one.
I love when that guy sits on in the lawnmower. Just like, what are you doing? That part where they're driving the neighborhood and all the people are hanging. Oh, I was like, whoa, what?
The one part that did get me though was when John Leguizamo was in the Jeep and like the things like got the
he fucking just,
and like the person who's driving the Jeep like goes straight into the
it's like a one shot too, right?
Yeah.
It's just like they show the Jeep and just
straight into the tree
and people fly out.
He gets out.
Oh, and he gets the glass.
And he just sits in he gets the glass and he sits in the middle of the street and just like, yeah. I was like, oh shit. That was the part that got me, only because of the fact that he left his kid with Mark Wahlberg and Zoe Deschanel's character. And I was just like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, I remember that too. I was all like, he's all.
I mean, the beginning of the movie was fucking nuts. When everybody's just like, especially like when all those workers are just fucking falling off the building, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that movie's pretty.
But like when you started realizing what was going on, I was like,
I think it's ridiculous when they're running away from the wind. What are we doing?
You can't run from the wind. You silly people. Oh my god.
Okay, so I know you got a list.
For me, there's a lot that I've been watching, a lot that I haven't been watching. Again, you know, Bel Air season 2 I need to watch. I need to finish up season 1 of Tulsa King with Sylvester Stallone and Martin Starr. That show is really, really good. I was surprised about how good that show was. How I Met Your Mother, or How I Met Your Father season 2 with Hilary Duff has come out. The first one wasn't too bad. I know Kobe Smulders made a cameo in one of the episodes, and then supposedly in this one Barney makes a cameo.
Yeah, I saw that preview. Barney Stinson returns.
Apparently, I think more than just Barney comes out in some of the episodes. So you know, but I know his character was like the main one.
I gotta sit down and watch it because not only do I'm a fan of How I Met Your Mother. I like the show. I hate how it ended, whatever. But whatever. But like, and I love Hilary Duff. Like, talking about like my first crush, like back when I was younger watching Disney Channel, like Lizzie McGuire, forget about it. But yeah, no, like, and I want to sit down and watch it. I have like this thing, like this ick, I guess you could call it, like, of like when they kind of remake shows like this, and then like that '90s show, like where there's just
that
like
one, and
where,
I don't know if you've seen the trailer for Lopez versus Lopez. Like that, it just kind of gives. I know what you're talking about. It gives you that ick factor because it's like,
because like they're trying to recreate what they did before, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they like take the same beats, and it just kind of seems like tacky sometimes. But I mean, I know how, like, I've heard good things about How I Met Your Father. Like, I've heard nothing but good things about that show. So I'm just like,
I actually think it's pretty good. I mean, yes, there's a few, corny things, but then, thinking about it, like going back and watching How I Met Your Mother, there was a few things in there too. Oh, yeah, for
sure.
Especially with Barney's character. He was way over the top. But, the one episode I always still see is like, hey, Barney, you got glitter on your face. They get it, but it's all over his face. they're like, yeah, you got it.
And that's a recycled joke because they're friends. Joe, you got some jam on your face. Oh, here you go. Did I get it? Yeah.
Well, I mean, they did do that one episode where they're like at the coffee shop and they're like, this feels weird.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
This doesn't feel right.
They're like, people come out here and hang out.
People actually come and hang out at coffee shops. But yeah, so that's the one I need to catch up on, and then one that just came out that I'm super excited for is Dave.
Season 3.
Season 3, dude. The way season 2 ended, it had me bawling, dude, bawling in tears with that last episode. With him and his hype man Gator, dude. Gator, oh, dude, love that guy.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Dude, you gotta watch it, man. It's so good.
You know I want to watch it now, right?
Yeah, and then, dude, fucking Santino comes out.
Cheeto Santino.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason I want to watch it because I like him. You know?
I mean, he's just a dick in the show.
He's a dick in real life.
But he's funny though. There's one episode where him and Lil Dicky are walking in the bus. You know how they do the bus in Hollywood where you can see the stars' houses and stuff like that. And they're like, "Hey, are you the guy from Modern Family?" And they're like, "Yeah, hey, how's it going?"
Fucking talking about was him Tyler Ferguson. I actually started watching Modern Family like from the beginning. That show was fucking.
Well, yeah, that one episode you had on that other day.
It was so funny, bro. It's just so funny.
Yeah. So those are things I need to catch up on. Now we get
to things that he's watching.
I've been watching and what I've finished. I know you weren't into it at first. I don't know if you liked the first season, Star Wars Bad Batch.
I did. I liked it. I kind of fell off of it. I think because like at the time another show started on Disney Plus, like a Marvel show or something. So I just like kind of started watching that.
I think it was maybe or Moon Knight.
I think it was Moon Knight, but yeah. So I got to finish it, but yeah. So I know season 2 has come out. I know it actually just wrapped up.
So I know at first you're like, oh, it's boring, whatever. Season 1, it is a little repetitive. That they're going out to do these missions for this character called Sid, who's helping them, hide and
Wanda
whatnot.
Sykes.
And no, it's a different character. Yeah, Wanda Sykes has a character in there, but she comes out more in season 2 than in season 1.
Fucking cameos.
And anyway, so like season 2, it kind of starts off the same way. They're doing these missions, blah blah blah, but there were a couple episodes, especially the last 2 episodes. Oh my god.
Yeah, I hear the last few episodes kind of like focus on the actual plot of kind of like what they're going towards.
Yeah,
I actually hear that it wraps up pretty well.
But the 2 episodes of so in season 1,
I'm gonna watch it.
In season 1, one of the Bad Batch, Crosshair, who's like the sniper one, his inhibitor chip still functioned to where good soldiers must follow orders.
Yeah, he's still like brainwashed.
So yeah, so he still follows Order 66, and what I like about it is that they start showing some of the clones starting to question it, and talking is trying to get rid of the clones because he's like not they're starting to rebel against us, just and so like. He's still like, no, good soldiers follow orders, and then, like some of the other clones are like, even if the what they're telling us to do doesn't make sense, and he's like, orders are orders and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So season 2 comes out, and he second episode or third episode, he's with Cody, Commander Cody. Mm-hmm. And this is when Cody goes AWOL, but like him and Cody do a mission, and like Cody doesn't like what happened. And so he went AWOL, and then that's when Crosshair's starting to kind of like
question.
What? Yeah, like a little bit, but he's still like, no, we must follow these orders. Mm-hmm. It isn't until another episode where he finally starts realizing like this is bullshit. Like no, like y'all are just using us to. They're like. You're like, because in one episode it's like you're using us just to guard stormtrooper armor, like stuff like that, and it's just like, oh shit. But damn, dude, it started getting really, really, really good. I mean, of course, you have those filler episodes and stuff like that, but like the characters really develop on you, and Hunter's like one of my favorite characters on there. I mean, they were all good. I mean, so it's funny. I like that one I sent you where Omega in 10 years growing up.
Yeah.
Because she's supposed to be a clone too.
Yeah.
And she's their sister.
That's funny. Yeah. There's a picture of Tamora Morrison with some blonde hair.
Yeah. So anyway, so season 2 of Bad Batch, is already finished. So if you haven't seen them, go binge watch that shit. It is good. It is great. Especially if you're a fan of the Clone Wars and Rebels. Definitely a must see. Another series that just wrapped. They finished off with season 3. There's not going to be any more of this series, but it was really good. I was really excited for it. Wu-Tang, an American saga. So it's based off, how Wu-Tang was starting off, and how they got to where they were, and the struggles that they were going through and stuff like that. So, really good show. Really great cast. When they start playing the music, I'm just like, oh damn, dude, brings me back to my high school years. It was like listening to Wu-Tang. 4 Chambers from GZA, Liquid Swords, Bobby Digital, 36 Chambers, the Wu-Tang Forever. It's like, damn, dude, it's like, fuck, really good show. That's on Hulu. You can binge watch that now because, like I said, they just did the series finale, so they stopped. They were supposed to stop at season 2. But fans, wanted one more, so they gave us one more.
So was it like when the last one was it like panned like as a series finale, like and were you like satisfied with it, like the way it ended and everything?
I was a little satisfied with it, just because of the fact that the way it was going was just like, oh my god, like these guys, dude, like this is what they wanted, and then they just weren't happy with the way some of the things were going, because apparently when they did Wu-Tang. And they did Wu-Tang Productions. The whole clan had to sign 5 years of their career to being dedicated to, if they're gonna do a group album, they have to do it. And RZA and his brother were the managers at the time, and pretty much the boss. They allowed them to go branch off to go do solo albums with other record companies, but as far as them as a group, they needed to be there, and they're just kind of like not having it, and just like, this is not what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was just gonna be rolling in dough, and, so. But it was a good show. I liked it, especially the. And if you don't want to watch the whole thing, I do recommend one show for you to watch. It's called Liquid Swords.
Oh yeah, I love Liquid
definitely guarantee you.
What season is
that one? It's on the last season.
Last season?
Yeah, it was a really good.
I'm gonna watch it. I like that album. I'll go watch it.
It was a really good show.
Good show.
Another really good show that I started watching that's actually was on Apple TV Plus is Shrinking. It's starring Jason Segel, Jessica Williams, Harrison Ford,
Krista
Miller.
No, that's the wrong show. My bad.
Krista Miller, you may remember her from Scrubs. She was Dr. Cox's wife.
Oh, Jordan.
Yeah. It's a really good show. It's funny.
I heard it got renewed for a second season.
Yeah. So that was a really good one. We're watching this other one called Dear Edward. It was a pretty sad show.
Sounds sad.
Basically, what happened is that this kid was on a flight.
Oh, okay.
And the flight went down, and he was the only survivor of the whole thing. And so he's like trying to cope with like, why was he the only one that got to live and everyone else didn't? And then it also follows like some people who had family members and friends who were on that flight that meet up in this group, group session to kind of talk about it and stuff like that. So yeah.
Who comes out in it? Like anybody? Who plays Edward?
I forget the kid's name who plays Edward, but apparently he's from Houston.
Solo Mano Dueña.
But the main girl from Orange Is the New Black comes out in it. The one that played Piper.
The main one.
Yeah. And then there was a few other like kind of big names in there, but I mean it was a good show. So if you like to be sad, I didn't watch that. Just real quick, I guess a couple other ones. Obviously Ted Lasso just started, so that one's starting off really good. Another good one that has Natasha Lyonne is Poker Face. That one is a really good show. It was created, and I think all the episodes are directed by Ryan Johnson, who did Knives Out, Glass Onion, and the dreaded The Last Jedi.
The one that ruined Star Wars.
Yes. And then, of course, we got Mandalorian.
Okay. Before we get to Mandalorian, so you were mentioning Ryan Johnson and obviously like The Last Jedi, right? So with my better half, we've been she's never seen like any of the Star Wars movies. She's watched Andor because like I was watching it while and she's like, what is this? So she started watching it. She liked it. She enjoyed it. But we all know Andor is like a totally different creature than from what anything else before. Closest thing will be Rogue One. So yeah, so she just started. We just started watching the original trilogy. We already finished A New Hope. We finished Empire Strikes Back, and I think right now we're in the middle of Jedi.
The best one.
New Hope, man. It's kind of a hard movie to get through. Granted, because like, and thinking too, like, and it's hard for me not to like say these things to her when we're watching a movie. I'm just like, okay. All right. This is the first one, all right. But remember, it's back in the 70s, and like he didn't know he was gonna make another one, so just go with it,
Yeah.
And watching like, it's kind of rough. I mean, it's fine, whatever, cool, but like the quality between New Hope and Empire. Granted, like that movie, Empire is still what, like in like late 70s, early 80s movie.
No, it was mid 80s.
Mid 80s. I mean, it's still dated, but it's fucking good, man. Like I was watching it, I had a couple of drinks in me. I was all like, this movie is fucking really good.
You see, Return's always gonna be my favorite, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, just because that was the first one I saw.
And that's what I was telling her. I was all because we started Jedi. I'm like, and I told her like, this is the one I saw the most. I thought this one was the most fun. Like, when I was growing up, because you had the VHSs, whatever, and I had to explain to her about the add-ons, the singing in Return of the Jedi. I'm just like,
dude, I'm still pissed. I had the original VHSs, and I don't got them no more.
And then like even like
I could put them right here on the wall.
Like even in A New Hope where they put in where they put in Jabba, it's just like that wasn't in the original one, whatever. But yeah. So right now we're on Jedi. But I say this because we're again. You're talking about Ryan Johnson with Poker Face that led to Last Jedi. So I'm thinking like, damn, I wonder how she's gonna feel about Last Jedi when we get there. Like right now we're at Jedi. We're gonna go through the prequels, and
so like, you're not making her watch her in chronological order.
No, we're watching it in
you're
order
watching
of release.
in order of release.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, like it's so hard, man, because like I'm watching the beginning of New Hope. And I'm just like. Because again, she's seen Andor, so I'm just like so much happened right before this, like there was a Darth Vader fight like right before this, but it's so hard to translate that,
And then not only that, but it's like, just wait till you see Rogue One.
That's what I'm saying. I was all like, I was like, remember this, like. So yeah, I'm actually having a lot of fun, like because I've seen them all, like, and when I was living by myself many years ago. I watched all of them all in order, in preparation for Last Jedi and, Skywalker or whatever. But yeah, man, I'm really eager because, I'm having her watch the original. We're going to watch the prequels, and then we're going to watch the sequel trilogy. And I'm going to show her Rogue One. I'm going to show her Han Solo. Eventually we get around to Mandalorian, I don't know, Boba Fett. I mean,
you have to. The only reason why you do have to is because like the second half of Boba Fett is more Mandalorian than it is Boba Fett.
And what a transition, Steven. Because you've been watching Mandalorian, and so have I. This season is causing a lot of controversy. First a bit, and and mild spoilers for Mandalorian if you're not caught up. I think right now, as of the time of this recording, we're on episode 6. We just watched episode 6. Yeah,
episodes? Wow.
So that came out yesterday. So just a little. We're not gonna intentionally spoil things, but we might. So just be prepared.
Be prepared. Okay?
Be prepared. Okay. It's okay. So one of the first things straight off the back of going into season 3 of Mandalorian was all like, and even at that too, they don't really recap it in the show. Like, for people who just casually watch Mandalorian and don't keep up with every single Star Wars thing that comes out, like, they don't tell you that Grogu and Din Djarin have already reunited, because at the end of season 2, Grogu goes off with Luke, and it's not until, like you mentioned, with Book of Boba, those couple of episodes that were like
it's more than 2 episodes.
Yeah, like those episodes that were like
people were actually surprised at how much he appeared.
Oh yeah, he came out a lot, and we got Luke Skywalker,
Yeah.
So it's just like, those episodes in Boba Fett, like, they show
pinnacle.
They're important, but when we start this season 3, they don't recap that. They just kind of automatically assume you've watched it. So that right off the back. For I guess I'm just thinking in broader general terms.
And here's one thing that I always forget: was it season 2 or was it Book of Boba when he gets his new fighter jet?
Oh, that was in season 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I forget.
Yeah, where he gets the N1, the Naboo fighter.
Yeah.
That thing is cool, man. Yeah, so right off the back, we're kind of starting off on a like, wait, what's going on? Oh shit, they're together already? Okay, cool. I think that first episode was just like, why didn't they give us 2? Well, why did they combine that in the second one? Made it a longer episode. It was just like, I don't know. What do you think about the season so far as a whole?
Obviously, the first. Let me see here. I kind of revive myself.
So the first one is basically the armorer telling him that he needs to bathe in the waters of Mandalore.
Or basically him telling him that he's going to go to Mandalore.
Yeah. And so that's the episode where he goes back to Navarro and with Grief Kargas. No. Yeah. Grief Kargas. Right? Yeah, that's Carl Weathers' Grief Kargas. That's Carl Weathers' is character's name, and that's when he's all like, "Oh, I need IG-88, the one that sacrificed himself, to help me." We get that whole little debacle, and nothing happens. And then he goes to, and then after that, he goes to Bo-Katan to be like, "Oh, I need your help," and she just kind of denies him. So then season 2 is when he actually goes to Mandalore, and gets captured, and Bo has to save him. And then the third episode is when Bo already saves him. She sees the mythosaur, and then they got to go back to fucking what do you call it?
Coruscant.
No.
The third episode, they go to her Navarro, to where she's at, right? No,
yeah.
Not Navarro.
Oh no, she's not Navarro. No.
What's the planet that she's at? Where her palace is at?
Oh yeah. That's I don't know the name of it, but that's when they destroy it, right?
Yeah, but that's before, because they're flying there and then they're being chased by TIE fighters, and then it goes into a flashback or something with those scientists.
Oh yeah.
Those Imperial scientists, and that was actually a pretty good story. I was really interested in that, because it just like kind of throws you off.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's the one that completely just goes like out of nowhere.
Yeah,
which people were complaining about. They're just like I saw like memes and TikToks are like, if you want to see Mandalorian season 3, here's how to do it. It shows the beginning, and then it just stops, and then they pause it, and then they replay it from the last couple minutes or whatever, because that's when they come pick up with Mando and Bo.
See, what people don't understand is that, yes, this started off as just a show about this Mandalorian, this guy who dedicated himself to the guild and stuff like that. But there's a lot more to it, because obviously, in season 2 we get Ahsoka Tano, who comes back, which confirms like, oh my god, we're gonna get an Ahsoka show, and I think with what season 3, what they're trying to do, just like the way they did with Book of Boba, is that they're trying to work you up. That all this stuff is connecting. All this stuff is going to come together eventually. It's going to lead to the First Order, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And but people are just not wanting it.
They're being impatient in a way, like they're just like, okay, where's this going? Where's this going? Where's this going? Like, okay, relax, it's going somewhere. Trust the process. Like
that was the same thing that was going on with Bad Batch.
Yeah, like, and at the end, people are like, "Oh, it wrapped up awesome."
Yeah.
I think obviously, Mando season 1, we get introduced to Mando and Grogu, so it's him. Like, how to build that up, right? Season 2, continue the journey, and then we get introduced to all these. We're not introduced, but like we get all these characters. We get Bo-Katan, we get Ahsoka. We get all these cool characters.
We get
we get the return of Boba Fett, for God's fucking sake.
Yeah, but we also get it was in season 2 of Mando, right? God damn it, what's his name? The bounty hunter.
Oh yeah. No, that was
Book of Boba.
Book of Boba.
Okay, but still, we get that he was only introduced in the Clone Wars, and we get him live action. He was fucking badass.
But like as far as Mandalorian, like people have been
though.
I can't even think right now.
I'll get it right now.
People have been holding Mandalorian to like this standard, like this gold, like gold standard of what Star Wars is and everything, because it's been like this powerhouse, like this force that's like really telling a good story and having a good, like a good narrative and everything. So then again too, we just got Andor, which is a little bit slower, but as far as storytelling. Cad Bane. I just saw his face. I knew what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we just got Andor, which which was slower, but as far as storytelling and like overarching storytelling, like a plot, a dead set plot, like it really hit the mark. I mean, I already said it on this show that I think Andor is probably one of the best things of Star Wars we've ever gotten. And then you have Boba Fett, which is kind of like lukewarm, minus the episodes we got with Mando and Luke. And then you get Obi-Wan, again, minus some of the good stuff. Majority of it was just like, whatever.
I liked it, and, I like that Fennec had a big role in it, too.
Yeah. So then, and now we're at Mando, we're like you said, they're trying to like these building blocks of like, okay, we're getting to something. And then we're doing this, we're doing that, and people are just like, no, I know, no. What are they even doing? Like there's not even no set storyline. Like, and I will admit, like this last episode, is probably the most controversial. Again, spoilers. We get some crazy cameos in this last episode, and not to mention in the episode prior to that, we got fucking Tim Meadows. Tim Meadows. Like I was sitting there like. Oh, it's Tim Meadows. And I told you, I was like, all I could hear is fucking, get out of here, Dewey. Like,
who I would have really liked, sitting behind that desk? God damn it. I had his name in my head, and then I just totally went blank right now.
What do you come out in?
God damn it.
Not Tim Meadows.
No, and he was in SNL when Tim Meadows was there. Oh my God!
Is he black? Is he white?
No, he's a white dude. Tommy Boy.
Oh, Chris Farley.
No, not Chris Farley.
David Spade.
David Spade.
David
God
Spade?
damn! How did I forget that? Because I would have been like, because you know how you used to do that desk when like, Boba. Yeah, I'm sorry, you're not on the list.
See, the thing is with that, like, yeah, I think that would have been cool. Like, I didn't mind Tim Meadows. But like what I'm hearing is just like people are just like, oh, it took me out of it. Like I see Tim Meadows, like it took me out of it because I know that's Tim Meadows. Why is Tim Meadows in this? It just takes me out of it. I'm just like, I mean, I could maybe see why, but like I for me it didn't.
And we said spoilers, possible spoilers, but let's go into this.
Yeah, and that's what I was getting to.
I love the people that were in it. The 3 cameos that they came out, or the 3 actors that they put in it. I love them. I'm fans of their of their
You
stuff.
just say it. You say it.
I know. I'm just building it up. We get 3 major cameos in this one, and is it cameos or is it like?
Yeah, I mean, I would say they're cameos, because like from what the episode was and what had season been going, is like they're probably not gonna show up again. Maybe.
So we get Doc Brown, Christopher Lloyd, but he's obviously another character in the Star Wars universe. We get Tenacious D's Jack Black, and then we get the wonderful Lizzo.
Yeah.
In this latest episode,
which like when I was watching it yesterday, and I'm just like, and it pans out to the table, and I hear I'm like.
I heard the same
I was
thing.
like, is that Jack Black?
Yeah, that's what I said. It's like, that's not like Jack Black. I looked, I was like, that is Jack Black.
I was like, get the fuck out of here. Is that Jack Black? I'm like, what the hell? And then goes to mom, like, is that Lizzo?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like, I heard Christopher Lloyd was in the show, so I kind of like, I wasn't expecting it, but when he came up, I'm like, oh, there's Christopher Lloyd. But like, dude, people are just like not liking it. Like, I've listened to 2 reviews so far, and they're trashing.
Okay, so I was talking to a friend of mine at work, and he was mentioning that he loves, the Star Wars universe, and he loves Mando. But he said that this was probably one of the worst episodes he's ever seen. And he was not wanting to say that. He goes, I love the universe. I love everything that they've been doing. I love, what they've been doing Mando so far. He goes, I'm super excited for Ahsoka, and I'm just, waiting for the build up for that. But he goes, but this has got to be one of the worst episodes with the worst dialogue and a waste of talent on the show. And what he meant by waste of talent was that, because the fact that you got Lizzo and Jack Black, who are, great musicians and artists, and they didn't use them to their full potential that they could have.
What, do you want them to sing?
Yeah, like, they could have done.
Oh, that would have been worse. No, I think if they sang, I think that would have been worse. Not to mention,
but not in Jack Black's like Tenacious D way, just kind of like, I don't know. It just.
See, the thing is, like, when I saw it and like I was just playing out, I was like, okay, like I don't mind this so much. Like, it was a little jarring, like just seeing Lizzo and then Grogu like hop in her arms. I'm like, and then like as the more she goes, like she's saying,
that was a little weird. He just
yeah, and then she's just saying all this stuff. I'm just like, okay, like I think Jack Black did it a little more for me, just because like he's supposed to play like this ex-Imperial officer, so like there's like this little like mischievousness
and
behind him.
And did you notice that the guards?
What guards?
The guards that they're the guards behind him. They were in like these robes, but they were also underneath the robes they were wearing stormtrooper armor.
Really?
Yeah.
Think they were clones?
Nobody noticed that. No, they weren't clones. They were. So remember, okay, I don't. Okay.
Oh, maybe it's like they found stormtrooper armor somewhere.
No. So when the Empire eventually took over, they were trying to get rid of or remove the clones altogether and bring in their own army, which is why they started hiring soldiers, which became the stormtroopers. Because remember,
I wouldn't call it hiring as much as kidnapping.
No, that was the First Order. Did that. They were recruiting people, because remember, Solo signed up. What was it? I totally forgot.
You have a bad memory.
Yeah, my memory. I just got so much, because there's other stuff I want to talk about too, but I'm trying to keep like.
So they had stormtrooper armor and guards.
That's what I was gonna say. Remember in Kenobi, when Kenobi and Princess Leia got on that tractor and that with that.
With Frick.
Yeah, with Frick.
Yeah.
Who was
fucking Zach Braff.
Zach Braff, and he was all about the.
He went full Trump supporter on that.
He was all about the Empire. He's like, there needs to be order and blah 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 blah. You remember they were recruiting people. They were recruiting, for stormtroopers and other stuff for the Empire, because they were offering them, well, we'll say benefits.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
retirement. And so that's why in Force Awakens, Kylo Ren mentions, well, maybe we should bring back the clone army.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember he says that to General Hux.
Yeah, because remember the First Order comes back, but they're coming back after the Empire, and they realize, we're just gonna kidnap people and we're gonna turn them. We're gonna brainwash them and turn them.
Yeah. So yeah, like I will say though, aside from all the cameos and everything that was going on with this episode, I really thought the whole like at the ending, with the way with the way that Bo gets the Darksaber was super lazy and just like really convenient. Like, oh well, that creature defeated me. And then Bo defeats the creature. I didn't
think about that. Someone had mentioned that before too.
I think I heard about it before, or at least after after the fact. But that's just such a lazy way of transferring that power, and it doesn't feel earned to me. It doesn't feel earned. Like,
hey, all I'm gonna say, dude, is she knows how to fucking wield that sword better than fucking Mando, dude.
Oh yeah, no, for sure, no, yeah, and. I think Bo-Katan and Katie Sackhoff is probably the best thing, if not the best thing about this season so far. People are saying that, oh, like, Mando and Grogu are sidelined. I'm like, yeah, they had 2 seasons already.
I just got one question for you.
What?
How happy were you to see your girl Sasha?
I honestly, I love Sasha Banks. You know how much I love Sasha Banks? I was just like, she's not doing anything. Like, she's just standing there with her, like with her, like just her moody like thing, whatever, and I'm just like, she didn't have anything to do.
Well, not yet.
I don't know, but I'm just waiting for fucking. I'm waiting for Sabine Wren to show up. I'm waiting for it. I feel like it's coming.
It's coming.
I feel like it's coming.
So a lot of people, I'm surprised a lot of people didn't catch in the last episode, the one before this one, the Zeb.
Oh yeah, dude. Again, too, I was watching it. And
when it came out, dude, I bawled. I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I watch these shows in the morning before I go to work by myself. So I'm like talking and yelling to myself, like, "Oh my god!" Like, "Are you kidding me?" And I got bawled. I was like, and he talks. I was like, "Oh!" I was like, "That's Zeb, dude."
So when you went to work, your makeup was all running.
I was like all emoed out, dude.
Yeah, no. So I was watching it, and again, too, like, I mean, I had a couple drinks, and I was watching them, like, and I got distracted, okay? I got distracted because I was watching that scene, and like, the way it was shot, okay? Like you have the, the actor that was talking, and then behind him is Zeb and some other guy. I was focused on the other guy, because he looked like Keegan Michael Key. Like, I want to go back and watch it. I was like, is that Keegan Michael Key? And then he turned around. And then, like, that guy goes away, and then, like, Zeb comes around. So I was, like, looking at, I'm like, was that him? And, like, Zeb's talking. I'm like, wait. I'm like, is that Zeb? Like, it fucking sounds like Zeb, but, like, that's what? Like, what the hell? Like, hold on, what? Like, so it wasn't until, like, I watched, like, reactions and reviews, and people were like, yeah, that's Zeb.
Because in the last episode, or, the series finale of Rebels, he goes back to his home planet. Where...
So now he's working for the New Republic?
But, like, so people are, like, wondering, like, well, how did he come to be, with...
The New Republic?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, wait, what? Like, I was like, holy shit. But, yeah. I thought that was awesome. I mean, he is the first...
Second.
So, Chomper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the second, like, live action portrayal of a prequel.
The other 2 people that everybody's waiting to come out is Hera and Sabine.
Ezra?
Ezra's not going to come out until Ahsoka.
Oh, okay. You think Hera's going to come out in Mando?
I'm just saying, that's what people are waiting for. Like, I think that's what they're going to introduce the characters in Mando. People are expecting that they're going to introduce the characters in Mando, and that's going to lead into the Ahsoka series.
Okay, so we have this is the 6th episode. We have 3 more left. What are some of your predictions or some characters that we may or may not get Okay, I think we're both in agreement. Maybe, hopefully, please God, Sabine Wren. Like
Honestly, I don't want
because
her.
Bo-Katan's gonna she's tasked with bringing the Mandalorians
I
together.
I know. I would rather wait for Sabine Wren to make her appearance in Ahsoka, but because she's one of my favorites, and I named one of my dogs, my German Shepherds, after her. And
only because I don't want any time wasted out of Ahsoka for an introduction. Especially someone we know that's already coming out. It's not even be a surprise. We know she's coming out in it. She's already cast. We already know who it is. You know what she looks like. She's beautiful.
We don't need the introduction. All we need to know is that she's gonna come out and she's gonna come out being a badass.
But the reason we need an introduction is for general audiences because not your everyday.
Go watch Rebels.
Yeah, right. Not your everyday.
They're only 3 seasons.
Yeah, that's just the thing that
I mean, the first one's a little rough to get through because the first one kind of acts like a kids cartoon, and that's the way the first 2 seasons of Clone Wars.
Star Wars is for kids, bro.
You shut your mouth.
I have a kid. I watch it for him.
I have a kid, and he doesn't even care anymore.
So, finish that beer. So, that's I guess that's a wrap for Mandalorian. Any other predictions you want to throw out before we move on?
Nope. I mean, I think pretty much everything is gonna lead up to the Ahsoka series. Which we haven't really gotten much out of. I know the last thing I saw was that they wrapped production, meaning that now they're in post production of editing all the episodes.
You can hold your breath because it's not gonna be for long because today was the first day of Star Wars Celebration. Oof. So it's tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be the big day. Tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow's gonna be the big day. We're gonna get a lot of trailers tomorrow. We're gonna get some announcements, some trailers. Saturday is another big day. So tomorrow and Saturday are gonna be a pretty big day for Star Wars because Star Wars Celebration's in London happening right meow.
So before we wrap up the episode, we definitely want to go over a few other things. So we're gonna do a first look here, which meaning we've finally got some set pictures from the second Joker movie from Todd Phillips.
I mean, finally, I've been seeing fucking set photos and set things for this movie. You know what's you know what's weird? When the first Joker was being filmed, or whatever. I kept seeing set photos and him dancing on the stairs and him running through the streets of people recording the Joker's being filmed in wherever the fuck they're at, Chicago, Detroit, or something. Chicago. And it's just and then we get the movie. Okay, I see how it plays out. Okay, cool. A really good movie. And then now it's Joker 2, and you get Lady Gaga walking up the stairs. And her makeup and
so that's what I want to talk about. Real quick. What do you think? We've had our Harley Quinn before. The only other person that's played Harley Quinn. Margot Robbie. Mm-hmm. Now we got Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. What do you think of it? And real quick, this Joker one's supposed to be a musical. Am I?
Yeah. It's supposed to have musical elements.
Okay, so
which I'm not that's what are we doing? Because it's he's crazy. Yeah, he's imagining stuff in his mind. So I figured those are gonna be the parts that are gonna be the musical, or whatever. Honestly, in Todd Phillips, I trust because I actually really loved the first one. Obviously, Joaquin Phoenix won the best Oscar. The best actor. Academy Award for that role.
You got him twice tatted on you.
Yeah, twice tatted on me. And honestly, a couple of weeks ago, I sat down and watched Joker again. Dude, that movie is so good. I was just watching. I'm damn, this movie is so fucking good. Especially the part.
You forget it's Joker.
Yeah, and especially the part 2 where I don't know, there's just certain parts especially the parts that I have tattooed. I have this one where that's the scene where he's all you make fun of me. I did. He's all you make fun of me. Murray. He's all you laughed at me. I'm and so that scene came out. I'm I love that that look in his face. You make
the one that you have of him is that I love the most is the one that you have on his leg.
Yeah, and that was from the scene where he's walking where the police are running random and he's just walking with a cigarette, like all fucking cool. Like, oh, that movie's so fucking good. But yeah, so I'm obviously super stoked about it. I think she's gonna do good. I think she's gonna do good.
With us talking about this, I am gonna post some pictures in this part of the podcast. I will post some pictures of first look of Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix as Joker and Harley Quinn. Just so that y'all can see what's going on. If y'all don't follow or haven't seen pictures of it.
Yeah, they're pretty. So. I mean, again too, like you like the same stuff was coming out when the first Joker was released, and that one was awesome. So like I see these, I'm just like. Out of context, it look kind of like weird because like out of context, you see like you see a picture of Joaquin Phoenix with like not so much the Joker makeup, but it's kind of like smeared, like he has like the little bit of the blue or the red, a little bit of the blue, and like just a little bit like just kind of smeared. But then you also get a guy behind him that's chasing him that's dressed as his Joker character from the previous movie. And not only that, but you get someone else dressed as like with the mask. So it's just like, and they're chasing him. So it's just like, what is that? Like, is that like, is he imagining like his past self? It's so weird, So I'm really eager to see how it's gonna go. They actually just wrapped filming. Like, Todd Phillips just posted that they just wrapped filming. So I expect a trailer in no more than 2 months.
Now the next thing I'm gonna bring up. What do you think? Or have you heard? Hey, whoa. Of the new Harry Potter series that's in works with HBO Max and Warner Brothers. And the thing about it is that each book is going to be a season.
So it's completely rebooted. New Harry,
new Hermione, new everything. And so I mean. The way I kind of see it is like, oh, maybe it's going to give them an opportunity to go more in depth with the books.
That's the thing, though. Like, we assume that they're going to do this, but it's just like sometimes they go off on their own little like.
Apparently, the Dark Mark was not involved in the books. That was something that they brought out in the movies.
Honestly, I have not thought about this until like right now. Because like I've heard about it, and I'm just kind of like, oh yeah. HBO just maybe it's not gonna happen, like, and I haven't really thought about like how it could go until like literally right now. I'm intrigued. Like I really want to see some of the things I love the most like fleshed out. Like again, like if they go, with the marketing, for instance, like the first thing comes to my mind is like them diving into like Neville. His history with his family, his parents.
There's a possibility that
his parents were tortured and killed by Bellatrix Lestrange. So that's why in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, when Mad Eye Moody comes in and he's showing them all like the what do you call them? The forbidden curses.
Yeah.
And like he's showing them one, and like Neville gets all disturbed. Yeah. It's because that was the same fucking spell that Bellatrix used on his parents. Right. So that's why it fucked with him. If like they explored the things like that,
there's an opportunity for that. There's an opportunity for that.
That's awesome.
It's an opportunity for a lot of fucking things to happen.
And then like not only that, but I'm
talking about overall though. How do you feel about it being completely rebooted?
It'll be a challenge to like separate myself from like Daniel Radcliffe and
from the movies.
Yeah, from the movies. The actors that play him because they're so iconic. Like Snape. How are you gonna find another Snape, bro?
Oh,
how are you gonna find another Snape?
Yes, yeah.
Always. Like what are we doing? And then also too.
Turn to page.
Yeah. Voldemort too. Ralph Fiennes. Oh come on, like Harry Potter. Come to die. What are we doing?
And not only that, but like even another Hagrid.
Yeah, and that too. Like who's gonna
and the
step
uncle,
into that role? Everybody. I'm saying like they're so iconic.
Maybe if you're the old characters come back and play different characters.
And at that too, are they gonna do like a more modern take of it? Like when he's in London with his with his cousin and his aunt and uncle. Like it's gonna be more a modern take of like a modern London, you know, like with smartphones and this and that. Or is it gonna like kind of go back to like that old school type of feel, whatever. Like, and then when we get into the Wizarding World, are they gonna fucking have smartphones? Are they gonna have like TikTok and shit,
Wands. We got smartphones.
I know, yeah. It's just like so. There are many things like to consider. Again, like if they were to explore like the parts in these movies that were like, oh, like there's more meaning behind this in the books, awesome. Like I would love that. But I don't know. I mean,
we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit excited for it, so hopefully, everything will work out.
Yeah.
Last thing on the first look, again, I'm going to post a picture and a comment for this one. I don't know if you're too familiar with this, but Five Nights at Freddy being produced by Universal Pictures and Blumhouse, which Blumhouse is more iconic for like a lot of horror movies and stuff like that, which is based off the popular video game that, you're a security guard in this pizza place, but all the characters come to life at night and, jump scare you and stuff like that. I'm a little bit excited for this one just because I used to watch my son play this game and he used to get really jump scared, and that's what kind of like got him into like horror stuff, and he likes a lot of horror movies. And he's finally excited for this. He's like, finally, and we get a little picture of it too with the little kid holding on to the hand of Freddy, the little robotic character, and so. I'm really interested how this is gonna go. I think this they said theatrical release, but I was a little confused because it said Peacock. It said Peacock, the Peacock app theatrical release, and so I'm a little confused. Like, is it just gonna go straight to streaming, or is it gonna go to theaters kind of thing? Either way, doesn't really matter for me. Because at this point in time, with everything going on with streaming and what's going to go into theaters, what's not going to go into theaters.
Yeah. I don't know. I never knew Five Nights at Freddy's. I never knew what it was about. I just thought it was like scary, like puppet creatures.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Like Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, but that's cool. I mean, I'm actually excited for for my nephew to see that because I know he likes it. So
all right. Last thing we're gonna do, we'll try to go through these real quick a little bit, is trailers. We've seen quite a bit of these. Let's start off with the Barbie trailer real quick. What did you think of that one?
I have no idea, dude. Didn't think about this movie. Like the trailer made me laugh. It made me laugh.
One thing that made me laugh was just seeing. I didn't even know he was in it. Michael Cera.
Yeah, like, there's so many people in this movie, and I was like, "Oh, hey Barbie," and I'm like, "Hey Ken," he goes, and I thought that was pretty funny. I think Ryan Gosling. I think not only is he like obviously like just like the hottest person on the planet, but I thought he's pretty funny. Like and also too because I like him in Blade Runner. I thought he plays such like a I don't know whatever, but. I just all the times I laughed in this trailer were because of him, where like
him and Simu Lee.
Yeah, Simu Lee. But like with Ryan Gosling, like he's all like, oh, I'm gonna spend the night tonight, and she goes, oh really, and and do what? And he's just like. I don't even know.
The other one, he's like, I'm gonna go with you, and she's like, did you bring your rollerblades?
And he's like, I
don't know what to do with them.
I never go without them. Just like shut. I don't know why it makes me laugh so much. And I think too, like in the movie, like in the first shot of the trailer, like they show her getting out of her shoes and her feet are still like, like I don't know what the fuck this movie's gonna be, but like it looks like. Funny, like I just don't know.
Like you said, there are a lot of fucking people in it. Obviously Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling,
Alexandra Shipp, she's gonna be in it.
Yeah, America Ferrara, Kate McKinnon.
See, the thing is, like, and there's one.
Even Dua Lipa's gonna be in it.
There's one casting that makes me think there's gonna be like a Lego movie type of thing, like where like. The Barbies are like in a fake world and like there's someone.
Well, it kind of did,
or like a world,
it kind of did represent. It goes this way to real world.
Yeah, And then let's see who it is. Let's say who it is. We don't know. 1, 2, 3.
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
God damn it.
Yeah, Will Ferrell. I was like, that gives off
John
like, Lego,
Stamos.
yeah, Lego movie vibes, you know. But yeah, I mean, it looks interesting. It looks interesting.
I was a little iffy on this one at first when they started. Like, I was like, how are they gonna do a Barbie
because
movie?
you know it was supposed to be what's her name, Amy Schumer was cast as Barbie at first. I don't know if Greta Gerwig was attached to that movie at that time, but yeah, it was supposed to be Amy Schumer. But then Margot Robbie got it. Thank God. Just kidding.
Yeah, I like Amy Schumer.
Yeah, no, she's fine.
I love Trainwreck.
Yeah. She is a train wreck.
Okay, since I have this one as third, but we'll do this one second since you haven't seen the first one, and so I'll just talk about it real quick. Extraction 2, starring Chris Hemsworth.
I hate pulling out. Huh?
Oh my God. Extraction 2, starring Chris Hemsworth, written by Joe Russo. Apparently, I thought it was both.
Him?
I thought it was both Russo brothers, but apparently it's just him.
Is that even allowed?
And directed by Sam. I'm hungry. Sam Hargrave, who did
fucking Beer Fest. Is that him?
God damn, dude, these are 7%ers. It really hit me. So this one actually looks really good. The first one was really, really good. It had a one shot scene part that was just so amazing. I'm always wondering, is this almost gonna be like kind of like a John Wick kind of thing, because in the first one you thought he dies, but then he comes back, fucking John Wick, and you know it's really really good action from. When you watch the trailer to this one, it basically just shows him in a field, like a prison. He's trying to protect somebody and like just fighting all these fuckers. And I was just like, dude, like, whoa, like, what the fuck? Like, damn. I was just like, he's the best Hemsworth.
All right, yeah, fuck Liam. Hey, by the way, speaking of fuck Liam, that's a good Miley Cyrus album.
Yeah. I can buy myself flowers. Anyways, so I'm pretty excited for this one. Obviously, not obviously, but for this one, it's a straight to Netflix film because that's the way the first one was too. So they're just gonna do straight to Netflix, and I believe it comes out in June. So if you haven't seen the first one, you got time to watch it, and then June the second one will come out. Boom.
Cool.
Let's go with Secret Invasion.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I thought the trailer was boring, but doesn't mean I'm not excited about the show because like Samuel Jackson, we get Samuel Jackson, we get Kobe Smulders, we get what the fuck are their names? We get Ben Mendelsohn, we get Amelia Clark, we also get what's his name from fucking Black Panther? I forgot his name. But I do like the cast of this a lot. Watching the trailer, I was kind of like giving me Captain America Winter Soldier vibes in a good way. Because I'm like, this movie seems like real kind of like spy, like spy espionage, thriller. So that that's always good. Oh, Martin Freeman. So yeah, just the fact that we're gonna have Ben Mendelsohn, Martin Freeman, Kobe Smulders, Amelia Clark, and Samuel Jackson, at the helm. Like, I think that's such an awesome cast. But yeah, like I said, like the trailer just kind of gave off, real like espionage kind of spy, mission-y. Give me
kind of like Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Well, giving me hints of Captain America Winter Soldier. So I'm hoping it's at that level. As much as I do like Falcon Winter Soldier, I do think it has its flaws. But I think that show, for being the first that we get of that kind, like, it was good. So I think that show walks so Secret Invasion could run, hopefully.
we'll see. I'm pretty excited for it. Obviously, I can't wait to see how it's gonna go. Just hope it really doesn't disappoint.
Yeah.
And last thing we're gonna talk about is last trailer, Blue Beetle from DC.
Oh, I did not know you were gonna go there. Okay, okay. What the fuck is George Lopez doing in this movie? And honestly,
I love that this is an all, pretty much almost an all, with the exception of Susan Sarandon,
yeah,
Latino cast.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, drink. So Blue Beetle has actually been one of my. I mean, I didn't know that this character actually existed until I started watching Young Justice and a lot of the animated movies.
That's where I got first.
And that's how I first got introduced to this character, Blue Beetle, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is a really good character." The character itself also reminded me, and I was watching, and that was funny because I just happened to be watching one of Christian Harloff's, who does a lot of these podcasts. His trailer reaction, and him even talking about the movie, that the Blue Beetle reminds him of Guyver, and Guyver is one of my favorite anime characters. And I was like, it does, and I guess that's why I fell in love with the character.
Yeah. The bad thing about this, with the trailer, it was given, and I know there's a lot of similarities or whatever, but like I just feel like we've seen this a lot before, like with Venom, or like with Upgrade. Where like there's like this something that takes over them, and like and I just I want to be excited for this movie because I like again with you, like Blue Beetle. I was introduced to him when, like, I think the first movie was,
and this was only supposed when Blue Beetle was announced, it was only supposed to be a HBO Max premiere.
Yeah.
It was only going to come on HBO Max. Now they're going to do a whole theatrical.
Yeah. See, but the thing is, like, and right now, like, I feel like any DC movie that comes out now, with the exception of The Flash, like, people are not really caring about. I mean,
I feel bad for Shazam.
Shazam! Fear of the Gods came out and ate shit.
Yeah.
Ate complete shit. Like, Black Adam, it ate shit. Well, not really, but I mean, The Rock. It's really painting The Rock in a bad picture. It's just there's a lot of baggage comes to these movies, and this is honestly like free of the baggage as far as like the cast and the crew and everything, but it falls in a really 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 difficult spot as far as being the last movie, because we get the Flash and then we get Blue Beetle, and then and then we get Aquaman apparently, and then we get the reboot of the DC universe. Yeah, so it's just like.
Which I think at one time I told you the way they should do it is that they should do Shazam and Aquaman first, Flash reboot, and then come out with Blue Beetle.
Yeah, because also too, like, I hear with the Aquaman, like, Jason Momoa is coming out saying like, oh, like Aquaman 2 is going really good. Like, I love doing comedy with Patrick Wilson. It's just like, comedy? What? Like, like what?
Patrick Wilson's supposed to be a bad guy.
Yeah, so like, I don't know. Like, I've been hearing not too good things about it, but yeah, like, this movie has a really difficult task of being where it's at, and just like, is it gonna be relevant? Is it not? And also too, like, I feel like that trailer didn't do it any justice. It didn't stand out in a world where we have countless amounts of superhero movies that come out. For you to have a trailer that just shows you being like another Venom in a sense, and again, two of those Venom movies made a lot of money, but they're not like all that great. So it kind of like it falls in that category of like you need to stand out, and this trailer is not making it stand out right now.
So here's my thought on it. Again, Blue Beetle. I fell in love with this character when I saw it in the animated series and Young Justice. When I saw the trailer, I was excited for it. I was happy for it. I love it. I like it. Although it fell in the category of like, this looks like Power Rangers.
Yeah.
This looks like Max Steel. I don't know if you've ever seen it. This looks like Venom. Potential but not potential kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's a toss in the air. Are they going to keep it? Are they not going to keep it? What's going to happen with it? And it just sucks, dude. But I'm definitely gonna want to. This is definitely one of the movies I'm definitely gonna go see. I'm gonna support it, and it's got the kid who plays Miguel on Cobra Kai.
Yeah, Zolo Manaduena.
And I'm not even gonna attempt that. And then it's got Garrett Moore from What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah, Harvey Gillian. Yeah.
Obviously George Lopez, and Susan Sarandon.
Talk about taking you out. Like George Lopez, I was like, what the fuck? And he like had a beard and painted nails. I'm like, okay, it takes me even more out.
What do you think about him calling Batman a fascist?
What does that even mean? It's just like they do these little jokes every now and then. It's just like, what? Like whatever. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping it'll be good. I'm really hoping it'll be good. But you did forget one trailer in your trailer breakdown. But I guess maybe we could end it in this episode with this trailer because it's gonna be a big one.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes, we got Into the Spider-Verse. Right, that's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, Into the Spider-Verse because that's the second one. Yeah,
let's confirm that. But yeah.
Yeah, we got the second trailer for that. A little more kind of like a little more look at what the movies and the countless amount of Spider-Man that we're gonna get. Obviously, you get that sick, awesome, groundbreaking animation that we've been seeing in more movies lately.
Across the Spider-Verse.
So,
Into the Spider-Verse was the first one. Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay, yeah, Across the Spider-Verse. So,
and this one's actually going to feature a lot more animators. Because in each verse, they're going to do a different type of animation.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for this one. I love this one. Again, it's another one that my son's excited for too.
Yeah. I do like that little nod. He's all like, "Don't even get me started on Doctor Strange and that little nerd from whatever Earth." Now I'm like, I know that one you're talking about. I seen that movie. It's really good. But yeah, no, I'm eager to.
Wait, which one are you talking about? I saw that, but
he's talking about Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh.
Yeah, he's on it. Yeah, he's talking about Spider-Man and Tom Holland. He's talking about Doctor Strange and Tom Holland. And don't get me started on Doctor Strange and that little nerd from Earth 999. Like, cause they he knows about it.
Yeah, because supposedly he's supposed to.
So fucking cool.
Supposedly Tom Holland's Spider-Man is supposed to make some type of appearance on here.
Well, I know we see the Spider-Man from the game.
Yeah.
In the trailer, so I thought that's pretty cool. Again too, like, talk about a joke that has gone on, which is going to be 3 movies so far, which is the Spider-Man. Who, you, me, who? We get the first one in Into the Spider-Verse where they're like...
There's that one part where they all do it.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, we get the first one in Into the Spider-Verse at the mid-credit scene where it's like, it's Miguel and then the 2 other Spider-Man. Who, you? And then we get it in Spider-Man No Way Home, like, Peter. Who, you? And then we get it in this one where they're like, kill Spider-Man. They're like, okay, yeah. Wait, which one? Who, you? It's just like, it's such like a running joke. It's so funny. I do like that in scene where just like, and then I look down at my uncle and then, oh, let me guess, he was dead. And then you see all the Spider-Man coming in. I was like, that's fucking, like, that made me laugh. That was pretty cool. So obviously that movie's like top of my list. My son also loves that movie.
That one's also coming out in June.
Yeah. So speaking of which, my son taking him tomorrow to see on Saturday to see the new Mario movie.
Mario.
Yeah, it's me. I'm a Chris Pratt. So we'll see how that goes.
I'm a Charlie Day.
Right. So, but yeah, I think that's an episode.
Yep, I'm good. That's it. I'm surprised it went a little longer now. Since right now wasn't this right now.
Yeah, that's not bad. There goes it.
So, anyways, again, check out Alamo Mango from Alamo Beer Company. Do not have more than 1 or 2. Definitely. And if you're gonna have more than one or two, get yourself a 6-pack, take it home, and enjoy. So, you know, this is Steven.
Eddie.
Cheers.
Cheers.